going on, everybody? Only Day Trades here, and it is that time again for a daily recap video. Well, it's actually the evening, I guess, but I started this morning out like always on the daily time frame. We are opening lower this morning. They had some, the credit downgrade there Friday kind of scared everybody a little bit, and the market did drop Friday evening. But I was looking for us to pull back to 21,000 last week, and this morning we're opening up almost to 21,000. So, maybe we can use that as support and push on up. I did draw this other line this morning, thinking if we blow through the 21,000, that this line right here, this other blue line, I would want to see it keep that. If we do pull back that far, I would want that to turn into support for a push on up. We'll go ahead and squeeze on down to a 1 hour time frame. Let's see, the 1 hour down here is the line I drew this morning. This up here is the line we drew last week. We are below it. So, we've come down and made a new low, and we're pushing up. It could reject this area and, peter on out and come on down. But, like I said, personally, I'm a natural bull. I like to see the market do good. So, hopefully, we can break through that and pull back and push on up. But we'll just have to wait and see. Let's go on down to a 5-minute time frame, and it looks awful. It looks bearish. It looks like we're just going to drop. All we can do is let the market open and see what happens. Let me hit play on this sucker. The market is open, and it did push up. We'll let this play on out, and we'll go ahead and fast forward to the 15-minute opening range. Okay, we're open. Let me see here. I entered the first trade that I took was right here. The first trade that I took, we pushed through the 15-minute opening range, and I'll go ahead and hit play. I entered to the upside, and the market, it kind of acted like it wanted to stall out. By the time I got in the trade, it was like the momentum left. So, like I said, I'm home now trading full time. I got to get my psychology kind of straightened out, but I ended up closing the trade early. I don't know, I was afraid it's going to go against me. Sometimes emotions is hard to control. I ended up getting like 6 points or so. But you can see after I got out, then it started going. But the second trade that I got in was right here. Let me pause this. I didn't have time to swap screens. We got 2 stray cats in the house that showed up, and they're in the house at the moment, and they got in a fight this morning about the time I got in the trade, and I was trying to get them squared away, and I didn't have time to change my screen. But I entered, let me draw this line right here. I entered when we broke out of this bull flag this morning, and I had my stop right here, and as soon as I got in, it come back against me and got me out, and it was a losing trade. I wish I would have had it on video. I don't like not having it on there, but it was a losing trade, even though it is a perfect example. But I ended up getting back in the trade. Let me fast forward here. But to me, this setup right here is a perfect example of what I look for, because we're above the 15-minute opening range. We pulled back to it, and now we're taking back off. And plus, you got a bull flag. I just got in a little early. I should have let it, maybe retest the 15-minute opening range. But I'll hit play and let this thing play out. And like I said, if you would have played this after we retested that and it broke through, and I didn't get back in it after that. But we'll go ahead and let this thing play out here. You can see, it just shoots on up. That is a perfect example of what I look for. But this morning, timing was off, and I was kind of distracted a little bit. But it ends up shooting on up. And where we was kind of bearish this morning, well, you know, we run up here to this second pivot point, we drop, and my mental thing changes just a little bit. We come all the way back down to 21, and we actually fell to 21. So I took a trade to the downside. I thought, well, I'll take a quick short on this trade, and it's right here somewhere. I don't know, by the time I fast forward, we'll shoot through it. Right here it is. But anyways, you can see this is the 2-minute chart. It'll change down 1 minute. I entered the trade when we broke this green candle right here. We come down, we pushed up, and we started to fail again, so I entered right here. We'll let this thing play on out here. I usually don't like shorting it when we're above the VWAP. You can see it down here just a little bit, because to me it's a bullish trend. But I just thought it would pull back this morning, so I closed that trade too. But I mean, it did drop. And right here I had drew a bull flag, or a bear flag, I'm sorry. You know, thinking, well, if we reject that area and break through that, I'll take another trade to the downside. But it never did. It just pushed right back up. And then I ended up 2 winning trades, 1 losing trade. Let me fast forward here a little bit. See if I can catch up. And now we're back above the 21, pushing up, so it's looking bullish. But I ended up today $1,100 positive. Can't complain about that. I wish I'd have been a little more patient on that second trade I took, because that was the best trade all day. But I ended up turning a great setup into a loser. But that's just part of trading. But thank y'all for watching, and catch y'all on the next one.